Hi, I'm Randy Fulmer, producer on Chicken Little.
And I'm Mark Dindal, the director.
Cut. Back to one.
Hey, this is...
Cut.
Hi, I'm Randy Fulmer, producer on Chicken Little.
Hi, I'm Mark Dindal.
You're the director.
I'm the director, yes.
And we're gonna go around, day in the life, we're gonna meet all our artists and show you what they're up to.
Come on, let's go.
The Disney legacy is all about memorable characters, great storytelling, fantastic eye-popping visuals, and emotional music. And our goal was to take all of these elements and pour them into Chicken Little. The original fable of Chicken Little is this. Chicken Little gets hit on the head with an acorn. He thinks it's a piece of the sky. He creates panic throughout the community saying the sky is falling and gets revealed to be an idiot because he thought the sky was falling.
We had pitched Chicken Little as a concept with a little girl character. We felt a girl is more vulnerable than a boy, more unlikely as a character to save the world.
Sky can't fall. Sky can't fall. Sky can't fall.
The original story of Chicken Little as a girl was a character who had this overactive imagination, and she always thought something scary was going to happen.
That is not a vampire rising from his coffin. That is just a house settling. What was that?
About a year and a half into working on the movie, we went across the street and showed it to Michael Eisner.
But Mr. Hornsby had a vision.
And Michael, the very first time he said, I think Chicken Little would be more interesting as a boy. Then he felt, if you're small, that's a bigger problem for a boy than a girl.
What if I joined the baseball team?
Girls can be small, and that's not considered a huge problem.
I don't know. I'm an easy target.
You've got much more if you've got this little guy who's got something to prove, whose dad doesn't believe in him.
You gotta believe me this time.
And since he is our boss, he won. He won that argument.
The same sort of ideas went from one version to the other. At the end of the day, all of the anxiety and energy that went into creating this Disney version of the old Chicken Little fable was really, really worth it, because we ended up with a movie that we really love. The main thing that inspired the design was just classic proportions that are cute and vulnerable, and that is a larger head, these innocent eyes. It's really baby proportions.
Chicken Little really is a 12, 13-year-old. He's just small for his size.
I put on 5 ounces this year. I've really bulked up.
Hence the name.
Chicken Little.
So I really kind of poured myself into the character. What are we talking about? I really kind of acted out, how would I say that? You know, how would the character Chicken Little say that? You know, and combine the two.
Thanks for the chance.
Mark Dindal brought in some old Walt Disney animated shorts that were made in the 40s and 50s. He said, this is the stuff that I love. This is what I want it to look and feel like. I think the style of animation on Chicken Little is a cartoony style. One of the things I got from looking at that was how much fun it was. When the character walks across the stage, it's done with gusto and attitude, and it's squashing, it's stretching, and I wanted to try and capture that in the style of animation for Chicken Little.
Here we've got a whole studio of these animators that are now animating 3D animation, but we have such a heritage of 2D animation. We figured out ways to introduce drawing right back into the process, and there it is.
Well, squash and stretch is an old animation, 2D animation term to get elasticity into a character drawing.
There's a great example of the use of squash and stretch in the movie. Goosey grabs Chicken Little by the head, bounces him up and down, fires him like an arrow against the window. He flattens, and then he starts to flop down that window. And it's all about how squashy and stretchy the characters are. It was really important for us to keep that 2D sensibility because it's part of our legacy. I think animators, when they come to Disney, look back first. They look back at the standards that have been set in some of the best animation the world has ever seen. 3D animation is different in that the animator is working with a digital puppet. He manipulates a computer-generated puppet with tons of controls and bones and wires and all of these different things, but it's done on the computer.
I knew it!
You got to think about rotations and joints, and each part of the character has a certain rig and a certain control that makes it move.
3D characters are able to convey subtle acting moments better than 2D characters. You have a finer detail of facial expression available with 3D.
It wasn't an acorn, it was a piece of the sky, really, it was.
I love animating things that you didn't think that we could bring to life, like a talking chicken.
There was definitely talking.
That's what I get the most amount of joy from.
What 3D offers us is an opportunity to make your characters that much more believable. Walt was always about using technology in the service of telling a story. And I think if Walt Disney were alive today, he would absolutely embrace this medium.
This is one memory you'll savor forever!
The performance of the actors is key in creating a character. Sure, there's the visual side, but they are putting so much personality in their voice.
Son! Son! I never thought I'd say this, but I think the sky is falling!
Happy, my lord.
Stop the squawk and try the talk.
Runt of the litter.
I can't handle the pressure.
I'll only jeopardize the mission and endanger us all.
Foxy Loxy.
Present, pretty, and punctual. Present, pretty, and punctual.
Chicken Little.
Tardy again.
Tardy again.
A piece of the sky? Shaped like a stop sign? Okay. The sky was falling.
We debated back and forth a lot about the voice. We needed a slightly older voice with a little bit of edge, with a little bit of a teenage ring to it.
Hey, Dad.
We hired Zach Braff because he could talk faster than anybody we ever heard.
No. Thanks, guys.
His portrayal of the character really kind of gives me an image in my head that I want to get onto the screen.
I was thinking, what if I joined the baseball team?
Really, son? Baseball? Are you
Oh, yeah. I mean, hey, why not, right?
Buck is just overwhelmed. He's a single parent.
Hello, give me a break!
We cast Buck Cluck with Gary Marshall because we felt Gary Marshall is just great at angst. He's a beloved guy.
Good. Will you try Principal Fetchit?
But please, Principal Fetchit! Principal Fetchit! May I call you Mr. Fetchit? Please, Principal Fetchit! Mr. Fetchit, calm down, Fetchit. Come on now, you're making yourself crazy.
What we wanted to do was make Chicken Little surrounded by really interesting characters that could help him on his path.
Split into two teams. Popular versus unpopular.
Foxy really is sort of the mouthpiece of the town.
Pump it up, pump it, pump it, pump it.
Amy, she's another one where you start with the line and she will go and go and go.
Let's play ball! She's kind of like the voice in the movie where she's constantly reminding Chicken Little of what a loser he really is. Shh, keep it down. It's rude.
Runt of the litter.
President accounted for, Mr. Woolsworth.
He is the smallest one in his family, and he just grew up with sort of an inferiority complex.
Runt! Well, I'm sorry, I'm very bad at reading facial cues.
And Steve Zahn just nailed this character.
Oh, my dad won't let me drive.
Steve has an ability to make anything sound funny.
He gets to do the siren? Oh, man. Carl! Is that the right line?
Well, some of these characters are just funny to look at from the start.
Ugly duckling.
We wanted a character that wasn't fixated on beauty.
And Beautiful Duckling says avoiding closure with your parents can cause early molting. See? Closure.
Joan just brings a tremendous warmth to the character. She cannot read anything that doesn't feel sincere and real.
All right, now you're on the run, so you should...
I really like you.
That's good, that's perfect.
Fish out of water.
And Fish is one of those characters that no matter what's going on, he finds a way to be happy about it.
Quite.
Fish was in and out of the story a number of times. We just felt that Fish provided a nice, uplifting, fun balance. Dan Molina, our editor, he's the voice of Fish.
The voice actually is a voice that I used to do to my kids a lot. But now I apply it to a little tube and a water bottle.
Say something!
Yeah, don't tap the glass. They hate it when you do that.
We have wonderful actors creating the voices for other roles in Chicken Little.
This is unbelievable.
We have Don Knotts as Mayor Turkey Lurkey.
Oh, right.
And as the alien parents, we have Fred Willard and Catherine O'Hara.
Ah, they're good guys.
They overreact, but they mean well.
Mm-hmm. We might have vaporized the whole planet.
Oh my goodness.
Disney characters range from very real, believable characters to these wildly imaginative, magical characters. And a really important part bringing those characters to life are the actors who create the voices. Well, music is so important to movies and really important to the Disney films because those songs that we all know, they just create an emotional reaction in people, and that's what it's all about, is giving the audience an emotional experience.
My job is to make every moment of the film and every frame of the film come to life.
The importance of score in this movie is to make you feel what Chicken Little's feeling.
Can we play that back?
27-ish.
Yeah.
When they're scoring these movies, when John's up there conducting, I'm just overwhelmed because it's beautiful and it's emotional. It doesn't take 6 or 8 months to get an end result. It's just happening. It's just amazing.
So we're done.
So we're done.
Yeah. What's next?
Pick another.
When you're creating a movie like Chicken Little, you are part of this amazing musical heritage. And we got the chance to work with some of the very best musical talent in the industry. Well, the suggestion for Patti LaBelle and Joss Stone to do Stir It Up together came up, and I was just, wow.
So when Disney called, I said, Disney, I've always wanted to. I have a very big and loud, and I can go
so
high.
high.
See, Joss, she has this raw thing. She has that soulful feeling. So we blend well together.
Yes.
Yeah.
We asked John Andrasik to do a song for Chicken Little. It's called All I Know.
One of the hardest things to do is to write songs that not only work for kids, but adults and everyone in between. You just can't help get chills down your back and tears come to your eyes.
Music is so important to films and really important in animated films because it is part of the storytelling process.
Very important.
I really wanted this anthem for Chicken Little.
Bare Naked Ladies is this incredible rock group.
And they've created this great song for Chicken Little called One Little Slip. And they just really nailed it.
We actually got the chance to see the opening sequence of the film in progress, from the sketches all the way through to finished animation.
I was really inspired by Chicken Little's pants. They're kind of a diaper meets short. They're like a shiper or a dort.
What was nice about working with Mark and Randy was they knew what they wanted.
You come in on this one little slip before you finish that?
We had flipped it around as the main one, and then in that one go back to fusion of confusion, the few confounding one little slip. You see how we craftily avoided
the way you
word?
just sang it. You don't need a word.
Talk, talk, talking, closure.
They were all in different sort of isolation booths, but they played it as a song together.
Speaking of a recipe for disaster.
Sorry, I'm gonna try to pay attention to the tempo. Woo!
When you have that before it, it makes it want to go up.
It was a recipe for disaster.
As they played it that day, it just got better and better and more tight. They're amazingly good.
Let's do one more.
One more chapter.
One more.
Did a beatbox for my main man, Chicken Little, and I tried not to hit Steve Page with my spittle as we stood here at Cello in Los Angeles. That's Tyler Stewart back there on the sweet beats as we sit here with our man
and Walt Disney. I'll try to sing a song and I will try to be the business what I meant, and I'll stop singing now. That's Steve Page, Chicken Little's not a cow, he's a chicken. He's a chicken. He's a chicken. He's a chicken, but he's not yellow.
Run for your lives! Everyone run for cover!
The director is responsible for just conducting all the efforts in one particular direction.
Follow me! Come on! Hurry!
This movie, I think we have almost 200 people working on it. So you have to be clear about what you want.
This needs to be snappier. We should animate it and then follow them a lot quicker. You could come, and then you cut to the side.
The director kind of determines what the character looks like.
Shouldn't we review safety guidelines?
They'll kind of hang there and maybe come down a little bit. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it looks good. That looks good.
Just good?
It looks great.
Oh. Mark, as a director, is very open to collaboration
Fish, help me out here.
and open to other people's opinions.
Did you guys have any notes? Good.
He can filter out and choose the best of the ideas that he's been given.
That's it, Dad! Plan B!
It's sort of keeping people calm, keeping a sense of humor, keeping an ease about the project.
Mark has a really strong idea of how each character, each individual character from Chicken Little to Mayor Turkey to Foxy Loxy, he has a very clear idea as to how they should act and behave in every scene.
Sorry, nervous eater.
Oh, Mark Dindal is constantly eating.
All right. I've seen him inhale a live porcupine before. He didn't flinch.
Whoa.
I think every time I see him, he's got an apple, cookies, juice box, yogurt. He's always got something.
You're right.
I really couldn't have made this movie without this fantastic crew. And getting a chance to direct at Disney and be a part of this legacy, it's honestly really a dream come true.